Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cardiff, welcome to Attack Pro Wrestling, and welcome to Thank God It's Not Winterslam 6. And we're starting off with a Thank God It's Not Winterslam tradition with the ladder match. But let me introduce you to my broadcast partner for this match. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Josh Holly.
Thank you very much for that glowing introduction there, Sean. We see Chips McSwings, the current official Attack Pro Wrestling 24/7 champion, making his way to the ring.
And I know that you've had history with the 24/7 championship. Last time we saw you in Attack Pro Wrestling ring, challenging an 8-year-old to a scrap to try and claim the belt, try and claim Hudson's 24/7 championship. What are your thoughts as we enter into this situation between Chip McSwings and Chuck Mambo?
Well, the truth is, Sean, Josh Holly will take on any man, woman or child, anyone that stands in my way of glory. And to be honest, I'm quite happy just sitting back and relaxing at this moment in time, Sean, watching these two tremendous athletes in Chips McSwings and Larry the Caddy, not Chuck Mambo, because he is terrible, going at this beautiful ladder match, this extreme act of violence that we're about to witness.
Last year we saw a bowling ball hung high in what was known as prison back then, but we're here in circuit as Splits McPins and James Ellis tore the house down in a ladder match. This time though, the stakes are very different, as Chip McSwings' fancy version of the 24/7 championship hangs alongside the classic version held currently by Chuck Mambo.
It's not held by Chuck Mambo, is it? He's just being a weirdo with a belt he found in the bin.
There was a controversial ending to their match in the last show, but here comes Chuck Mambo.
The people here in circuit absolutely going wild for Chuck Mambo. I don't know why.
It's always a good day when Chuck Mambo is in the house.
Is it?
Absolutely. Come on. Look at the smiles on everybody's faces, Josh.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I can see a little smile cracking on your face.
That's wind. I don't get it personally, Sean. Look at him. He's just... What is he? Some sort of surfer dude? I don't get it. I've never seen him with a surfboard, so seems a bit dubious to me.
At Bad Blood Taylor's version, there was a controversial finish to Chuck Mambo and Chip McSwings' contest, where the ref declared a double champion. I wasn't so sure about that call. We went over the moon with that call, then Mark Andrews made the shout, which is a lot more popular decision of putting the two 24/7 championships on the line in a ladder match, and this one's started hot.
Chips McSwings not waiting for the bell here, as tradition is Attack Pro Wrestling.
Very personal between Chip McSwings and Chuck Mambo. Chip McSwings not ingratiated himself to the Attack Pro Wrestling faithful through not only his love of golf, but his dastardly ways. We've seen him do some heinous things. And nobody wanted to heed the words of Chip.
Just oblige the man. Just humour him for a second. That's his golf in hand as well, Sean. That's not good.
And Chuck Mambo putting a bullseye on that straight away, slamming that hand into the barricade.
Thing is, he might be putting a bullseye on it, but I think this is a bit too personal. I don't. This doesn't sit right with me, Sean. He's trying to take money out of the pocket of Chip McSwings. That's how he makes his living.
Well, when there's championships on the line, Chuck Mambo's got to do what he's got to do to be able to incapacitate Chip McSwings long enough to climb that ladder.
You might have it now if you stop jaw-jacking with the crowd. Ooh. Was that a low blow there, Sean?
I mean, you wouldn't put it past Chip McSwings. Some of the things we've seen him do at Attack Pro Wrestling.
And obviously there is no DQ as well here, so a low blow is as legal as a headlock.
We've seen him hit men, women in NHS workers with golf clubs throughout his time in Attack Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, they probably deserved it though, in fairness.
And as someone with potential 24/7 championship aspirations, Josh, who do you want to see come out on top of this one?
Well, I like Chips McSwings. I like everything that he stands for personally. I think that he's a man that represents a 24/7 championship the way that it should be represented. But I'd happily beat him if I had the opportunity, you know.
Well, I mean, if he did go one-on-one with Chip McSwings, it never is a one-on-one situation. Because Larry the Caddy...
Yeah, Larry the Caddy I'm not too much of a fan of. So we wrestled in a scramble a couple of months back at Attack Pro Wrestling. I think it was myself, Larry the Caddy, and some other jobbers. I should have won it. Larry the Caddy just stopped me.
Jesus.
You know? Oh, no.
Well, hang on there. Well, there's a ladder match, but this is getting a little bit tables, ladders, and chairs at the moment as we see the tables element being brought in.
I love it.
And again, Larry the Caddy showing his worth at ringside, helping Chip McSwings with the setup of that table. Oh, hang on, we could see this could be a game over really early here. You can hate golfers, but Chuck Mambo might hate the situation he's in. Fighting back.
Chips needs to be careful here. Oh! Woo!
Mambo's still trying here. Oh, hang on. Oh, what are we going to see here? Oh! We were saying about it being personal with Mambo targeting the hand. We've just seen an entire new gear shift there. And luckily, it seems that Chuck Mambo's moving at the ringside area.
Yeah, unfortunately. I thought that was a tremendous athletic move from Chips McSwings there.
Well, both of these guys are really pulling out their A game in order to secure the 24/7 championships. And are we going to see
is it the hole-in-one Tom Bomb
from the outside through a table?
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, and then Larry the Caddy with that. I do not understand why Larry the Caddy is allowed to slither around at ringside. Why has nobody dealt with this?
Hey, technically, it's for the 24/7 championship. Technically, it's no DQ. It's a ladder match, Sean. Anybody can get involved. I could get involved if I wanted to. You could get involved. Look, this looks like a triple threat match now.
But it's not what we wanted to see. No, people want to see Chip McSwings and Chuck Mambo face off. And now Chuck Mambo dealing with the threat of Larry the Caddy and Chip McSwings' combined offense very effectively.
Chuck Mambo just hitting Larry the Caddy in the face there for no good reason.
Absolutely deserved. Straight to that M&S polo from Chuck Mambo. That thick, well-made cotton potentially saving the chest of Chip. But now here comes Larry the Caddy again. But Mambo are bouncing and flipping. And Chip McSwings straight into the ladder. That's why Mambo is one of the best.
Larry the Caddy, he got his face kicked off there by Chuck Mambo.
Chip McSwings is in a whole lot of trouble here.
Now, I don't like the man, but he's got a lot of momentum on his side at this moment in time. Chuck Mambo needs to set up a ladder, climb it, and take down those two beautiful championships.
We've got a beach ball.
Instead, he's sticking around with the beach ball. Great. Fantastic.
Well, wait, we're going to see a tribute to last year's bowling ball ladder match here.
Just climb the ladder, Chuck. Ah!
Or is that because of the lightness of the beach ball or because there's nothing there?
You might be
no, here we go. Larry the Caddy with a shot to the back of the knee.
What have these two got in mind? Oh, yes.
Oh, Jesus.
This is what we want. We want a bit of golf.
And that's a driver there. We might need to, this is coming right for us. We might lose a couple of teeth here, Josh, if we're not careful.
I'm sat behind you, Sean, so I'm safe.
This is bad news for absolutely everybody.
He's not it. No.
the Happy Gilmore chance, potentially getting to Chip McSwings here.
More of a shooter McGavin, if, in my opinion. That was a hole-in-one there.
You can't question the putting game of Chip McSwings. If you do see him on the golf course, it is one of the strongest parts of the game.
Chuck Mambo's up though. Larry the Caddy and Chip McSwings need to turn around here.
That golf ball shot seems to have exuberated Chuck Mambo here. Seems to be firing up. Oh, now there goes Chip. See you later. And now Larry the Caddy slammed in the centre of the ring. And this has turned into a glorified handicap match, as to the surprise of absolutely nobody.
Triple threat, I'd say. We haven't seen Larry the Caddy get involved with Chips McSwings, but he might turn on him at any point. This could be a triple threat. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, well, hang on, this looks like bad news for the Larry the Caddy lineage here.
No.
If there is a Mrs. Larry the Caddy, I think she's going to be having a bad night. Oh, God!
No more little Larry's running about here in Circuit Cardiff.
The summer of Larry is over.
Chips and Springs need to get back involved here if he wants to stop.
There we go. Another shot with the golf club.
Preventing Chuck Mambo from winning his own championship there.
Needed to fly in there with that golf club shot. He seems to have damaged that golf club and is now using the broken point of that handle.
Now that's been welded on this, so that's going to be sharp here, Sean.
To maim Chuck Mambo. And now this, the tone of this has changed dramatically.
Yeah, you don't learn that at wrestling school.
And it looks like Chip McSwings, the games are over.
It's you, Chip.
And now Chip McSwings needs to stop these dismantling the ladder. Maybe I've had an opportunity then to climb for the championships, but I'm sure Chip McSwings just wants to inflict more pain and punishment on Chuck Mambo, and he has done there, sending Chuck Mambo spine first. And the tone of this ladder match has changed now. There was a little bit of fun in games at the beginning, but now it's starting to get a bit violent, which I'm sure is right up your street, Josh.
I love it. I think Chips McSwings is really doing a good job of picking apart Chuck Mambo. He's whipped him so hard into that ladder, and now he's ready to climb up the top and retrieve what is rightfully his.
I wonder if how the impact of Chuck Mambo might have affected the integrity of that ladder. And now Chuck Mambo having to resort to a back rake. Oh, and a big chop to the M&S cotton, and now here comes the beach ball again. And the beach ball flying, and the fans sending the beach ball back.
Chips McSwings is tied up here. Chuck Mambo thinks that's enough
now
to
this
keep
could
Chip
be
down.
Chuck Mambo's opportunity. Climbing up, he's got one hand on the championships.
It's mad to think, Sean, how much of a hatred these two have for each other, even though they've not known each other very long. Chips McSwings made his appearance known in Attack Pro Wrestling not that long ago, but he's made such an impact, and Chuck Mambo can't stand him.
You can't see two more polar opposite personalities than Chip McSwings and Chuck Mambo.
Oh no. What's Mambo got in mind here?
Just putting his weight on those shoulders, on the trapezius muscles of Chip McSwings. He's going for it again, some more added pressure. Maybe just not getting some, what's he going for here? Is he going to try and ride Chip McSwings to the championships?
Is he going to try and grab the ladder?
No way, no way, no way, don't send him to the outside.
Yeah,
even worse. Well, hanging Chuck Mambo throat first onto the top ropes.
Fantastic bit of offense there from Chips McSwings. Never had any doubt that he was in control.
No, and a side Russian leg sweep.
A leg sweep all the way from Russia. And a beautiful elbow drop for good measure
What
there.
on earth was that? What are we seeing there?
Chips McSwings is the man. He might actually be my favourite wrestler. But after me, obviously. I'm a good wrestler. But
And I'm sure it would possibly pain you should your paths cross at some point.
well, business is business, Sean. You know that.
Chuck Mambo in a whole heap of trouble here. As Chip McSwings lays a stiff forearm. And now we've got another golf ball brought into play here. Knuckle arrowing that golf ball right between the eyes of Chuck Mambo.
See, I don't know why the fans here don't like Chip McSwings. He's actually fantastic.
What is there to like? Wow! And I think the fans like that. The sound of Chip McSwings hitting the steel ladder going down very, very well in Circuit Cardiff.
Woo. They're in dangerous territory with the ladder, so close there.
Oh! Mambo sending his own momentum straight into that ladder. Oh, and now this is broken out. This is breaking out.
That could be it. Chip McSwings might have just taken care of Chuck Mambo here. He needs to get his ass up the ladder.
This could end up in the cheese room if we're not careful. As now Chip McSwings looks to set the ladder up with Chuck Mambo miles away from the championship gold.
What are they chanting? Hope and glory.
Wait, hang on a second. Mambo's a climbing. What is he thinking here? And Mambo leaping from pillar to post to take out Chip McSwings at the very last second and keep his aspirations of being 24/7 champion alive. Might we be seeing the resurgence of Chuck Mambo in this match? Big scoop slam. Mambo firing up. What's he thinking here? Big leg drop across the ladder.
That's got to have done some damage to the hamstrings of Chuck Mambo there in the meantime. Seems to be okay.
Mambo preparing to just put his own body through pain if it means doing more damage to Chip McSwings.
That's what these men are willing to do for that 24/7 championship. I mean, I wouldn't be doing it personally, but if they want to do it, this is how they want to conduct their business, then so be it.
Well, we got a second ladder in play now. The danger is doubled, and Chip McSwings is looking in a hell of a lot of pain. Having to lean against that ladder just to keep himself on his feet. And being on his feet might not be a good place for him as he's sent straight into another ladder and back into the first. And now Chip McSwings is just pinballing between ladder to ladder. Now here comes Chuck Mambo. Sending his knees into Chip McSwings. And I think Chip just trying desperately just to get to some sort of safety, trying to climb out of the ring. Which is no good when Chuck Mambo's got a ladder and now can climb to try and grab the championships.
Mambo not stupid, keeping an eye on Chip there.
I think, yeah, there we go, that sort of pump kick just there. And remember, that table is outside, that table is in play. I think I forgot about the table.
I forgot about
the table. Chuck Mambo didn't forget about it. Oh Christ, what's going to happen here?
Oh no.
This is real dangerous.
He's going to hit him with a reef break.
Reef break off the top rope. And from where I'm sitting, I think that should be enough for Chuck Mambo to climb. But he's got to get going. The pain that Chuck Mambo must be feeling after these ladder impacts. Where the hell has Larry the Caddy come from? Larry the Caddy back in the business here. Oh, what was that?
Larry's got to grab the belts.
Does this mean Larry the Caddy's going to be 24/7 champ?
I mean, I suppose so if he grabs the titles.
Larry the Caddy says no, he's not quite vertically challenged. Oh, and he's sent flying off the ladder. The fans here in Circuit are baying for blood when it comes to Larry the Caddy. And now what is Chip McSwings thinking here? He's getting a bit connects with these ladders. And whatever this is, does not look good for Chuck Mambo.
Chip McSwings has got evil intentions in mind, and I love it.
Going for a suplex here onto the steel. Can't quite get Mambo up. Or maybe looking for the gory bomb on the ladders.
That could have knocked out Chip's winning smile there.
I think Chip McSwings' smile, winning or otherwise, in big trouble. Because at the moment he doesn't look anywhere close to being in contention if Chuck Mambo hits whatever he's thinking here.
What's Mambo got in mind here? This isn't on.
Oh, and Larry the Caddy.
Larry the Caddy protecting the integrity of professional wrestling here at Circuit Cardiff tonight, and I love it.
We're going to have to strongly disagree with you there.
It's okay, Sean. It's okay to be wrong.
And I think the patience of the attack pack has run out when it comes to Larry the Caddy. What are we going to see? The hole-in wonton bomb on the ladder. Oh! Jesus!
You need to get yourself up that ladder now, Chip. You need to get up the ladder, retrieve the titles, and take home what's yours, pal.
You can't take away anything from Chip McSwings if that is what secures him the 24/7 championship. That was insane. But still wants to for some reason inflict more pain. I think so. Now Larry the Caddy is being told to get the table and bring it into the ring. And Larry the Caddy, I think, struggling with the girth of that table. Not quite got the muscle for it. Probably still reeling from that ladder shot to the groin earlier in the match. And now Larry the Caddy with a spear to Chuck Mambo. What am I seeing here?
What's Chip McSwings got in mind here?
This does not look good here for Chuck Mambo. Not only for his 24/7 championship aspirations, but just for his future in Attack Pro Wrestling and his wrestling career.
He doesn't have a future in a wrestling career.
A double suplex through the table. Oh, with a super kick to the Caddy. Oh, with a Superman punch.
Beautiful there from Chip McSwings. Might be out of position there climbing that ladder.
Yeah, a little bit too far behind. Oh! Bad burrito from the top of the ladder. Oh, bad news. Big mistake. That was dumb.
Oh no, what's Mambo got in mind here?
Mambo now.
Oh no.
What on earth are we about to see? No way. Surely not.
Not a chance.
No way. Chuck Mambo with Larry the Caddy at the top of the ladder! Through the table!
Chuck Mambo just gory bomb Larry the Caddy straight through Chip McSwings, straight through a table.
Larry the Caddy in pieces, Chuck Mambo up high.
Is he on his way to becoming the champion?
And Chuck Mambo is 24/7 champion. Well, no sooner than we just saw the elimination of Larry the Caddy, we've got a new champion, Josh Holly, immediately leaving the broadcast position, and Chuck Mambo celebrating with the 24/7 championships. What a ladder match that was. Josh Holly's just run past me here and he's just jumped over the barrier here. Now Josh Holly's left the commentary. Wait a second, he's in the ring. No way! Surely not after this match. Come on! Oh, that's... What the hell? After everything we've just seen, Chuck Mambo put his body through. Josh Holly, after flapping his gums at the announce position for the whole contest, has just snuck into the ring and stole the belts. Mambo game, man! But Josh Holly slithering away Oh, that is an absolute heartbreaker. But as is the perils of being 24/7 champion, you don't get a minute to savour any glory. You have to have eyes in the back of your head, especially when you got characters like Josh Holley slithering around, taking opportunities like that. And what, after everything we saw in that ladder match, a heartbreaker for Chuck Mambo. But we got to take the positives here in Attack Pro Wrestling, and Larry the Caddy got absolutely munched through a table. And when stuff like that happens, guys, I think we can only just, you know, savour those morsels of happiness. As the crew doing their best now to remove the wreckage from the ring. What a match that was. And there's a lot more where that came from if you've just joined us. 6 huge matches on the card tonight. That was our first one, 5 still to come. Really looking forward to what is coming next as we hand you back to Rain Leverkusen. Huge contest coming up now. A first time ever clash. As Anita Vaughan makes her way to the ring. We saw Anita's debut in the scramble match in Bad Blood.
And look at the energy just emanating from Anita Vaughan tonight.
Can you feel it, Martin John? Martin John joining us at the broadcast position. You're not going to run in and try and steal the 24/7 championship at any point in this, are you?
I think my 24/7 championship stealing days are behind me, Sean.
I think so, yeah.
I think you can feel this energy from your native Bristol, Sean.
Absolutely, 100%. Anita Vaughan, really excited to finally see Anita in singles action in Attack Pro Wrestling.
You know, she came up just short in the scramble last time we saw her, but for me, the outlier in that match.
Very impressive, very impressive. Check out that scramble match if you are watching us on Defend On Demand.
There are a few people who just bring this infectious energy, a mixture of power, technique, speed.
And it's going to be really interesting to see how all of those skills fare against one of the heroes of the 24/7 championship division, one of the heroes of Attack Pro Wrestling, one of the finest female competitors in Europe, as Kanji is making her way to the ring.
Kanji, a firm fan favourite here. Just listen to that reaction.
We've last been seeing Kanji fighting for the honour of 8-year-old 24/7 champion Hudson, being successfully defending that title, but this is going to be an entirely different challenge. The 24/7 championship, there's going to be no one running in or stealing this one. This is going to be a straight out contest against 2 of the best.
And you know, I've been talking to people at the back all day today, Sean. I've been talking to other wrestlers, I've been talking to people, you know, who work at the ring, work at the venue, and I think a lot of people are saying, you know, this could be the match of the night right here.
Yeah, 100%. When I saw it on the card, immediately excited. Both of the pedigree of these competitors is rich.
And you know, I've got to say, as impressive as Anita Vaughan has been in her limited showings at Attack so far, and just how she has been lighting up the entire British and Irish wrestling scene, will she be able to overcome what is the undeniable momentum that Kanji has?
Well, I think if she is going to be overcoming momentum, it's going to be with power and strength. It's where Anita's strengths, for want of a better word, lies. One of the pluses of her game. See that star. She thrived during her time in WXW. Trained in the Fight Factory. Just seen, made stars like Finn Balor and Becky Lynch. wouldn't be surprised to see Anita Vaughan eventually match that sort of trajectory. Definitely has all the potential for it.
It has all the seasoning in the world there. As Kanji just finds a way out, and this is what Anita. I mean, I don't know whether she's really come across someone like Kanji. Kanji will find a way, whether it's, she doesn't have to be the strongest person in the ring. She'll always find a way, as we've seen her take out people like the 24/7 champion, Josh Holly. That sort of martial arts-esque style of Kanji mixed with that incredible technical wrestling ability, although Anita Vaughan has grounded it right here.
First time meeting of these two competitors, but I'm sure both won't be any stranger to each other. Both would have been looking up a lot of strategies going into this one.
And I think these are two competitors that you are going to be hearing a lot more of over the next, coming months and years in wrestling.
Again, there's that power and strength advantage of Anita Vaughan.
And just muscling Kanji down.
There we go. I was seeing it in real time there.
Sometimes you can see and don't say, and that's happening right in front of us.
Kanji probably realizing, oh, okay, right, she is as strong as everyone says she is.
But you can see Kanji here, look, working out the game plan, changing and adapting, and that's what makes Kanji such a successful competitor in Attack Pro Wrestling, is her ability to adapt. Again, we've seen her against Josh Holly, we've seen her against several different James Ellis, for example, and has been able to adapt even in impromptu matches on the fly and secure wins. And I don't think there's many people with as much momentum in Attack Pro Wrestling right now than Kanji.
I think both of these competitors would be wanting to follow in the footsteps of Danny Luna, who's and Emerson Jane, who have both gone on to have Attack Pro Wrestling Championship aspirations. Emerson Jane facing the champion Wild Boar at Friends Stand United. Danny Luna facing the champion Nico Angelo. Could we see Kanji and Anita Vaughan in that picture, or whatever that could look like at the end of the night?
I don't see why not. I mean, both of these competitors are just as good as they come. And look at
Wait,
the speed.
here we go.
And a beautiful roll up there.
Nice roll up by Kanji. Oh, and they just ran into a brick wall.
And listen to this crowd. Just can't pick a favorite here.
Again, just Anita Vaughan just not budging. And then Kanji just nipping straight back up. And Anita Vaughan showing some quickness of her own.
And maybe just that slight experience edge on Kanji there in Attack Pro Wrestling. The beautiful crossbody to the back of the neck. But I was compiling some notes before this match, and one of the things I put into the column to favour Kanji here was her fighting spirit, that kind of thing that really is the essence of Kanji, that never say die attitude, that raw. But I'm thinking, is there anyone? If there's anyone who can match that, it's the intensity of Anita Vaughan.
And you're going to need a lot of fighting spirit when Anita Vaughan is throwing you about and slugging you in that ring repeatedly.
These are two competitors who both have that extra gear as Kanji just low bridges, takes her out to the outside. And this crowd getting behind Kanji now. But I feel it's changing. Every time someone gains momentum, the crowd swings their way.
Oh, and Kanji going to fly. Takes out Anita Vaughan on the outside. And I think you made a really good point about the spirit here, because I think this is going to end up descending into a mental game. Once the punishment's setting in, once the pain's taking hold, who's going to have the mentality to battle through and not make a mistake? And now Kanji with the cover. This one could be over.
And there we go, an effusive kick out there on two from Anita Vaughan. And I think it's worth pointing out to the listeners at home was these kicks to the back.
Oh, what a kick that is.
Good Lord. Good golly, Miss Molly, with that kick. Sorry, it took my breath away then. I was trying to say that I think, between the two of these, I think we could be here all night.
And I'd have absolutely no complaints about that.
Because he's just firing back with these forearms.
Throat chop as well. has driven all the air out of Kanji. Followed by a huge Irish whip with authority, sending Kanji slamming into the turnbuckles, and any oxygen that would have been left in her lungs is going to be blasted out.
And Kanji is not, Kanji's not a large competitor, and I just saw the ring shift by about 3 inches there.
You can just only imagine what that impact felt like on the ribs of Kanji.
That's getting a Newton sort of force detector on the ring apron.
Kanji having to use some of that brawling prowess of herself there. Just to buy herself a bit of time, maybe get some oxygen back in the lungs, and now just driving Anita Vaughan's face into the middle turnbuckle.
And this is something to point out. You can see like the really stiff shots here and the hard kicks and elbows, but these competitors have a lot of respect for each other.
Friends hit harder in attack pro wrestling is something that Mark Andrews always told me when he was on comms. And now Kanji working on that leg, maybe looking for like an Indian deathlock here.
I think she locks that in.
This is smart, because again, with a power-based competitor, take away that vertical base. Takes away a lot of Anita Vaughan's advantages.
Taking down that vertical waist, we're also chopping at the top there as well.
Absolutely, just great. Anita Vaughan is in the meat grinder here.
Just a wood chipper.
Yeah, it's getting slugged and torn apart from pillar to post.
I'm looking for a towel to throw in at this moment.
Yeah, Anita Vaughan won't be thrown in the towel anytime soon, like as you just seen there. Oh, now again, that Indian deathlock just
and this is where
cinched in.
That submission-based style that Kanji has, of almost a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu-esque if it was a UFC fight here, kind of strikes and submissions. It makes it such a difficult competitor to plan for, and even more difficult competitor to be in the ring with.
And when Kanji starts linking this offense together, it can sometimes be really hard to get out of that funk, to be able to regain momentum. And again, Anita Vaughan just getting sent straight into the turnbuckle and is just eating more strikes from Kanji.
I mean, if you wanted a eyewitness to that, just ask James Ellis or Josh Holly. Oh, a huge lariat. This could be it.
Followed up with the cover. I think luckily Anita Vaughan's own momentum managed to roll her out of that pinning predicament.
And this is that never say die attitude of Anita Vaughan here, that sort of irresistible spirit.
And again, that needs to come into play here. She wants to get back into this one. Again, just like striking the little mid-section strikes. And here's some power, but it's the damage at the knees. Kicked in, but no. Anita Vaughan still managing to drive Kanji into the turnbuckle. An important momentum shift in this one to keep Anita Vaughan in the game.
An absolutely rock-ass European uppercut. As Anita Vaughan just almost willing Kanji to her feet.
Trying to build some momentum of herself, maybe get some feeling back in that leg.
Oh,
maybe took a second too long potentially. Now here comes Kanji, 619, but Anita Vaughan's caught her. Big moment for Anita Vaughan this. Spinning Kanji around, huge backbreaker.
And that could be it.
And that, I think, was that piece of offense, that opening that Anita Vaughan needed to give herself a hope to get back into this one.
Yeah, we've said it a few times during this match that momentum is going to be so important for both of these competitors, because both have, one strike knockout power. Both have, the technical ability to put the other away. It's a huge body slam here.
Here comes another one. 2 scoop slams. Kanji walking into them. Is she going to walk into her third? No. Oh, no, she gets caught again. Fall away slam incoming.
And absolutely monstrous, It's a shame this is clashing with the Olympics. I think Anita Vaughan should be on the shot put.
Just 2 off the fall away slam. This match is an absolute belter. I am having a really nice time.
She'd be throwing that into Belgium, I think.
Oh, that was nice. Did you see that? It's just hooked the head into the position for the pile driver.
It's Kanji just... And there we go. Wait, hang on. While it's a Kanji.
Oh, Kanji Sabre Jr. wrenching the neck.
Twister might be in the cinemas right now, but I think you're going to see a more violent one than that.
And now he's just booting Anita Vaughan right in the head. Oh,
Into
going
that
to the
deep
triangle choke.
and this
I
has
think
to be
that's- I
it.
think it's it, you know, man. That is locked in, super tight. Oh, wait, hello, 1, 2. Oh, what an absolute amazing reversal from Anita
I don't think
Vaughan.
I've ever seen anyone get out of that.
Oh! Night-night.
What is it going to take to put one of these competitors away?
Both Kanji and Anita Vaughan there, seconds away from claiming a huge victory in Attack Pro Wrestling.
I have never seen someone get out of that triangle choke when Kanji has it locked in like that.
I think that's the only way Anita Vaughan was going to stay in this one. I think that was the only option she had.
I was getting sleepy watching it. I thought I was getting a bit lightheaded from over here.
She might have been able to have muscled out with a power bomb if there wasn't damage to the knees. So Anita Vaughan had to improvise. And now he's just coming in with some stiff forearms.
Huge forearms. I think we have a fight on our hands, Sean.
I mean, fair play to Kanji for getting into this slugfest, because I wouldn't fancy it.
We might be on Greyfriars Road in Cardiff, but you know, you might see this at Caroline Street.
I think someone's teeth might be on Caroline Street at this rate. Clothesline, miss, going for the full Nelson.
Roll through. Oh,
I think we're maybe looking for that pinning combination, just couldn't quite get it hooked in, and now
got
Kanji sounds like a sleeper.
that mat game of Kanji again as she's getting some leverage here.
Oh, this
Roll
like
through.
a
Is that
cattle
mutilation? Both arms locked in through here.
And Anita Vaughan trying to use her legs to reach the ropes. She's too far away. And now Kanji just following up with strikes to the head. And I think Anita Vaughan might be out here. I think the ref might have to check her, because that's 3 huge strikes to the back of the head.
Yeah.
Anita Vaughan in huge trouble. And now she's going to... Another choke locked in.
I mean, this is... You've got to ask at what point does the referee step in here.
Yeah, she's got tapped. Wow.
A fantastic,
Oh.
hard-hitting match from 2 of the best competitors in the UK and Ireland, or Europe.
Whoever's coming up next, best of luck, because that was absolutely top quality stuff from Anita Vaughan and Kanji. All the credit to Kanji, who is riding the crest of a wave of momentum in Attack Pro Wrestling and just overcame the powerhouse of Anita Vaughan, but can't take anything away from Anita Vaughan. Really impressive showing.
All I can say is I hope we have enough ice packs in the back.
Yes.
We are going to be getting through them tonight. Show of respect from Kanji to the crowd, and this is why this crowd love her. And I've got to ask you, Sean, on the totem pole of Attack Pro Wrestling, after another impressive win, where does Kanji sit?
Kanji has got to be having championship aspirations in her mind. Is it 24/7 championship, or could she be setting her sights on the Attack Pro Wrestling Championship?
Your next match is another singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. From the East Coast to the West Coast.
Two big lads slugging it out.
And I think I might be staying with you on commentary for this one, Sean.
Stick around, Martin. I think you're going to want to get the front row seat for this. So I think this is going to be another banger at Attack Pro Wrestling. And here comes Eddie Dennis, clutching the one-up heart in his hand.
How bizarre.
The heart is in his hands, but he's getting no love from the Attack Pro Wrestling fans.
How bizarre is it to see Eddie Dennis be booed this hard in Attack Pro Wrestling?
It is bizarre, but you can understand why, based on some of Eddie's actions, his change in attitude at Attack Pro Wrestling. Some would say it's a change in attitude. I think that attitude's been there all along. Eddie Dennis, who seems to have big picture plans at Attack Pro Wrestling. He seems to be building an army with a rejection of some of the talents coming through Attack Pro Wrestling, some of the attitude of the Attack Pro Wrestling fans and wrestlers. Eddie Dennis is building an army. However, none of that's going to matter right now, because what he needs to focus on is a very, very large problem coming his way in the form of Big Damo.
But this attitude shift of Eddie Dennis, for those who haven't seen Attack for a while, you might be expecting this crowd to welcome Eddie Dennis with open arms. And I can promise you, after what he has done to Nino Bryan, what he has done to Elijah, what has he been doing across the entire of Attack Pro Wrestling since he won that one apart, that will not be happening tonight.
I was chatting to Eddie earlier. What I'll say is a bit quite frosty exchange. I don't think he likes me very much, but I think Eddie's problem is that he doesn't feel appreciated at Attack Pro Wrestling. I think himself feels like he should be the heart and soul of Attack Pro Wrestling, and he's seen people like Nico, Angelo, people seemingly leapfrogging him in the pecking order of Attack Pro Wrestling, and he's not happy about it. I've got my own theories on what that might be, but first of all, this is going to be class as Big Damo makes his way to the ring.
You talk about All in Wembley, you talk about potentially a WrestleMania London, you talk about any caliber, in any stadium, in any arena, this could be a main event on any stage in this country.
100%, you can see this in any venue, any stadium. Big Damo, who is no stranger to big stages.
So originally, it was originally announced it would be Mark Andrews and Big Damo. Obviously, Mark Andrews out with an injury. Eddie Dennis has done something that not many people in his position would, in any position would. He requested this match. He went to Attack Pro Wrestling Management and said he wanted Big Damo.
And if that doesn't give you a hint of the chip on Eddie Dennis's shoulder at the moment, Eddie Dennis, obviously a leader of a group called Nothing to Prove.
And I was asking around the locker room about this, and I was trying to figure out why someone like Eddie Dennis would want this match with Big Damo. Especially Eddie saying he has nothing to prove. And
exactly, that was going to be my point.
Someone reminded me, Eddie Dennis came up short against Nino Bryan in a 2 out of 3 falls, whereas Big Damo at Goosebumps last year beats Nino Bryan.
Yeah.
And part of me wonders, is Eddie's hatred for Nino Bryan one of the driving forces of this match?
I'm sure that's probably part of the thinking. Again, we saw Eddie Dennis shockingly recruit the Ring Crew Express at the last show.
But notice they're not out here with him now.
Very, very, yeah. Which, again, I think that's because Eddie Dennis might not say he's got nothing to prove. I think he might have something to prove.
When he looks in that mirror, Sean, he might have that one up heart, but, I can't imagine Eddie Dennis like the person staring back at him at the moment.
Well, I don't know. I think this seems to happen. If you go through the Attack Pro Wrestling archives and you see when Eddie Dennis gets like this, it's not the first time we've seen him like this. As we said, nothing to prove. We've seen it before in Attack Pro Wrestling. Eddie Dennis gets like this when the spotlight isn't on him. When the spotlight shifts to a Nino Bryan, to a Nico Angelo, this is where you see Eddie Dennis start throwing the toys out, start rabble-rousing, collecting proteges and students to sit in his corner, build power for himself, and then it all becomes the Eddie Dennis show.
Yeah, we've heard from Eddie Dennis recently, Attack has lost its edge. There are people giving away title shots. It's the power of friendship. And apparently that's not sat very well with Eddie Dennis. And it will be interesting to see how much edge Eddie brings here.
I think he'll bring a lot of edge
against a competitor of the caliber, the power, just the sheer mass of Big Damo. And whether he'll take this fight directly to him, or whether he'll do, as we've seen, take some shortcuts along the way.
I love how Big Damo is totally unfazed by this horseplay from Eddie Dennis. Just stood there, cool as a cucumber. That is the superstar pedigree, the elite level attitude of Big Damo. He's not letting Eddie Dennis's mind games seep in.
And it'll be interesting to see how Eddie stacks up here, because he's one of the best competitors, in all of wrestling, but also has been taking shortcuts, has been playing mind games, and that's become a huge factor of Eddie Dennis recently. The disrespect he's shown to people like Harrison Bennett, to Elijah, again to Nino Bryan. He won't be able to get away with that with the Big Damo.
I don't know what shortcuts you could take against someone like Big Damo.
There ain't many shortcuts through a mountain, Sean.
No. Eddie Dennis now with that side headlock.
One of the few competitors who get his arm around Big Damo's bonds there.
And this is what you got to look out for. And then Big Damo, one of the few competitors who can just lift Eddie Dennis up like that and bounces off Big Damo. Usually it's Eddie Dennis standing tall after an exchange like that, but the size and strength firmly in the corner of Damo.
And it's polarizing compared to the last match where, this crowd was behind everyone. Here is a firm crowd favorite tonight.
Yeah, and the crowd doing our job for us, describing what's happened. And Damo.
Kick right to the breadbasket there as Eddie just pummels away.
Oh, no. I thought Eddie Dennis was going to fly in our laps then.
But if Eddie Dennis spent more time focusing on the task at hand, which is an insurmountable task,
I think
instead he's jaw-jacking with the attack audience.
I think he's firing up Big Damo, if anything.
And you won't like him when he's angry.
Oh, what a shoulder block from Big Damo.
Again.
Eddie Dennis is just all over the shop here. Which is very rare. Usually everything is just so pinpoint.
And I'm going to call up the national highways, because if you need any roads flattened, Big Damo's the man for the job as they go out into the crowd here.
You wonder if, Eddie Dennis, his recruitment of the Ring Crew Express, his interactions with Elijah, is there an offer there? Isn't there an offer there? We're not really sure. Is all that concentration meant that he's neglected the task in hand, which is prepping for Big Damo?
And I might just rename the front row the Splash Zone, because these all our competitors are over there. And I'll be honest, those guardrails don't look the furthest.
That's quite disgusting from Eddie.
And again, Big Damo just totally unfazed. Big Damo didn't fly here from America, get off that flight to have mind games played with him with Eddie Dennis. He is not here to play games.
No, he's not. He's here to win. He's here to kick ass. And that is exactly what is happening. Huge uppercut under the chin of Eddie Dennis.
And Eddie Dennis learning quickly, refamiliarizing himself, I should say, why they call Big Damo the Beast of Belfast here.
Oh, what a shot.
Obviously no stranger to each other, these two competitors. And Big Damo said this to me. He said he's seen Eddie Dennis throw these tantrums before, but he's never seen it quite like this. He wants to knock some sense into him tonight.
I could just imagine the bluntness of Damo saying that as well. Stoic faced.
He did not use those words, Sean, but
oh wow, what a chop that is.
But just in case there are any children watching at home,
oh no, scoop slam on the outside, potentially big trouble for Eddie Dennis here. Oh, and sending Big Damo into the ring, which budged a couple of inches with the impact of Big Damo.
And like I said, these two competitors, this is a main event in any arena, any stadium in the world.
Now Eddie Dennis
showing it here. Eddie Dennis with a low drop kick there to the head.
That shot into the ring post for Damo. A crucial moment for Eddie Dennis. Eddie Dennis with that one-up heart. He could use that tonight. If Damo was to pin him and he wants another bite of the cherry, if he really wants to bite Damo, he could cash that one-up in and have an extra life in this match.
But here's that sort of wily tactics of Eddie Dennis here, just trying to cut the oxygen off to the brain of Big Damo. We all breathe the same, we all bleed the same, Sean.
And then Big Damo, for the first time really, we're seeing him in a spot of difficulty in this match.
And just slugging blow lifting Eddie off his feet. Eddie firing back.
Shots in the midsection, taking Eddie Dennis several inches into the air. But advantage still Eddie here.
But I want to bring up something you said a bit earlier, Sean, about nothing to prove and about the Rinker Express. Is there some extra pressure on Eddie Dennis to perform tonight? He's just recruited these 2 new acolytes into Nothing to Prove, the Rinker Express. You know they're watching. Is this a case of, follow my example, follow my lead? What would happen if Eddie Dennis comes up short here? Do you think that Rinker Express are going to be looking at themselves saying, maybe we hitched our horses to the wrong wagon here?
Well, I think Eddie Dennis has got the sort of ego that I don't think he cares too much about what it means for the Rinker Express. What I think he'll worry about is what that just means just for him, and what that means to his standing in Attack Pro Wrestling. And I don't think it'll be something very positive if he doesn't come out on top here.
The face. But the one thing you cannot question with Eddie Dennis, and look, I know he's done some really terrible things in Attack Pro Wrestling recently, is just his passion alongside Big Damo's passion. Again, we talked about the last match, it's going to be a knockdown slugfest.
He's slapping Big Damo in the face here. And now he's seen a disrespect. He was throwing Big Damo around by the beard seconds before, and now he's just slapping him in the face. And I think this might all come unstuck for Eddie Dennis here.
Just slugging away.
God, just not letting him get away. Whoa, the referee's up to 4 here.
Referee Stu here trying to take back control. How do you take control?
What are you going to say to Big Damo?
Please.
If I'm the ref, if I'm getting a 4, I'm saying please stop, because I don't think I've got the bottle to count to 5. Going to take a brave man to disqualify Big Damo. Scoop slam, leg drop, and now Big Damo, I think, could smell a bit of victory here.
What do you say if Big Damo knocks over your pint, Sean? You say sorry for being in the way, sir. Agility.
Oh, what a clothesline that is.
Loving clothesline.
Nice, you hang it away. We can see Big Damo fly. That's it. God, Eddie Dennis digging deep to kick out of that if you have Big Damo landing on you.
That was like watching a rhino jump like a dolphin.
You have to find like a spatula for Eddie Dennis to scrape him off the canvas.
And Eddie Dennis pleading with Big Damo now.
Fireman's carry, Eddie Dennis trying anything to try and get out of that. He's just clinging onto the ropes. Which means Big Damo's going to have to release that fireman's carry. And what a super kick that is. Oh! And a big elbow.
Good night.
Got to give credit to Eddie Dennis for staying in this.
I'd like to remind everybody we are on the 3rd floor of a building here, and at any moment I feel like we could plummet several stories.
Eddie Dennis could just crash into the cheese room below us. Oh, what strength this is from Eddie. Can he do it?
No,
has he got the strength? Oh! Oh, and Big Damo just kicking out. I think what you mentioned earlier, Martin, about there being that added pressure on Eddie Dennis to make sure that he's performing for these approaches. I think we might be seeing that, because he is really digging deep.
This is a Kanji. This is Godzilla versus King Kong happening right in front of us at Circuit Cardiff. And grabbing him by the beard.
Again, he's got him by the beard again. I do feel like this is going to be the end of Eddie Dennis.
Like grabbing a lion by its mane.
Eddie Dennis with a reverse. Every time Big Damo hits a ring post or a turnbuckle, the ring moves. It physically moves in front of our very eyes. And now Eddie climbing to the top rope, but Damo catching him short. And now they're going up top, and this could be a huge impact. Oh my God!
And that was a stalling brainbuster there, dropping Eddie Dennis right on his neck and head.
Any other competitor, you usually see them get that suplex, take a moment to be able to position themselves to get the leverage to hoist their opponent. Not Damo. He's got the strength to just grab and just immediately hit that superplex, which I think would have taken Eddie Dennis off guard.
I can see the action in front of me, but not the live stream, so I have no idea whether fatality just exploded across the stream.
Just the letters KO straight in front of us, and now
Mortal Kombat-esque as Big Damo ascends.
Eddie Dennis just struggling to breathe as Big Damo going for a Vader bomb, but Eddie Dennis just desperately trying to stop that added impact. Oh, is that the ripping him by the back hair? Is that, are my eyes deceiving me? Is that what I saw?
That's something out of 40-year-old virgin there.
Right, well, no, here we go. The crucifix.
No way.
Surely not. Has he got the strength for this? This is going to be huge. Oh, God. The impact of Big Damo falling from that height.
I have never seen Big Damo thrown like that. This has to be 1, 2.
Oh. I thought that had to be 3.
I have never seen Big Damo manhandled like that before. You can say a lot about Eddie Dennis, you can say a lot about his attitude, you can say a lot about the way he treats people, you can say a lot about how he's been in Attack Pro Wrestling, but you cannot take away the fact that Eddie Dennis is a world-class competitor who loves to fight. And that is why he has come back from the dead, back to independent wrestling.
And maybe that's it. He doesn't have anything to prove. When you're hitting moves like that, what do you have to prove?
I had to check that was really happening in front of me, Sean. I'm absolutely lost for words.
Absolute chaos. And again, the question marks appear of what has to be pulled out of the arsenal here.
How is Big Damo getting to his feet?
And I think Eddie Dennis might share your sentiment there by the look on his face.
And these two men just slug it out.
Exhaustion starting to kick in.
You know, I did see earlier today lots of extra steel bars that we don't normally see. I think they were reinforcing the ring for this match tonight.
I think that'd be wise.
I'm glad we did. Huge forearm.
Might be reinforcing some molars in the back of Eddie Dennis's head if he eats any more of these forearms.
Damo giving himself some extra for good measure.
Oh God, did you hear that? Oh. I think I just heard the echo of Eddie's jaws hitting together.
And Eddie's going for the eyes. And that's that nasty streak, that desperate streak of Eddie Dennis.
I think, you know, Damo can't even see here. And now Eddie, can he roll him up? Feet on the ropes, and the referee. Great call by the official.
Good eyes from Stu.
Come on, Stu. Great shout.
And Eddie Dennis.
Hey, hang on, he put his hands on Stu. And he needs to stop jaw-jacking with the referee because Damo's now starting to refuel, recharge, and fire up.
And this is
he's got him in his sights. Big kick. See you later. Oh.
Yes.
Good night. It's done.
Like being crushed by a sofa.
God almighty. What a clash.
An absolute display of humanity here tonight. Carnage.
I absolutely love seeing Big Damo wrestle. Unbelievable showing.
As somebody needs to go get a plastic bag for Eddie Dennis's ribs. So I think they might have flown out of his shorts.
I think Eddie Dennis is going to be gutted.
And I mean,
with that loss, I think that's going to be damaging for Eddie.
And Eddie Dennis, you know, you can't take away. He was fantastic tonight, but just Big Damo, it's undeniable. And every time I look at Big Damo, I am blown away that we are lucky enough to have him in Attack Pro Wrestling. I'm blown away that the independent scene gets to have Big Damo at the moment, because
always a treat.
Because if you can find a championship belt big enough, Big Damo should be wearing it right now, because he can take anyone.
You know, objectively speaking, from a journalistic point of view, I don't think Eddie Dennis will have anything to be ashamed of with that one, but I just know for a fact, given his attitude, given our conversations we've had with him, he is not going to be happy.
I don't think anyone's going to be, you know, I imagine...
He asked for that match as well. He asked for it.
I imagine the Ring Crew Express are going to be trying to console Eddie Dennis, but I think right now I'd be giving him a lot of space.
They're going to be in action later on, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there.
Your next match is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Welcome back to Attack Pro Wrestling. Thank God it's not Winterslam 6. Starting the second half with a huge tag team match. But I'm going to welcome my broadcast partner for this contest, a man who probably should be holding the 24/7 championship. It's Chuck Mambo. How you feeling, mate?
Hey, I'm all right. It was a fun match. It was nice to have the elation of winning, but also the deep, deep sadness of losing. All within
a 9-second period.
A minute? Yeah.
I would have tried to stop Josh Holly, but he would have kicked my ass.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That's the ups and downs, the highs and lows of the most interesting belt in the business, 24/7.
Now we're getting to real business.
Now we're cooking.
A tag team who we first saw at Bad Blood.
Everybody's feeling the MP14.
Harrison Bennett and Elijah.
How is he wearing a fleece in this weather? They got the glow sticks.
There we go, they got the glow sticks.
Oh my God.
Elijah, they've even got a tag team name now.
They have a tag team name?
They've got a tag team name, Elijah. Try saying that with a mouthful of marbles.
Elijah.
I might get Bristolian with it. Elijah.
Elijah, go.
There was a question mark of whether there'd be synergy with this team when we first saw them.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, I'm seeing some synergy here.
They look very on the same page. They're doing the same one-legger.
If the double team moves are like the dance moves,
then we're in for a treat.
It was announced that there will be tag team championships in Attack Pro Wrestling.
Oh boy.
As we enter a tag team extravaganza on September 7th. Both of these teams are going to be wanting to get a foot in that mix.
I might have to have a word with a personal associate of mine about September 7th. But if there was any doubt last time, these guys are definitely looking on the same page today. It's nice.
Which is bad news for the Ring Crew Express.
Indeed.
I think you'll find it sexy. Elijah.
Wow. Putting the team before himself.
We like to see it.
Good, listen, I just want to take up any of your time. There were rumors in the locker room that I was going to be joining Eddie Dennis.
Have you heard these rumors?
Me, I don't hear nothing, man.
Believe that wasn't the case. And last month, we had our first match as a tag team.
And if Elijah knows what's good for him, he'll stay away from Eddie.
Prove the point that I'm 100% dedicated to Elijah. So I've learned the Harrison Bennett secret handshake. Are you ready to see it?
Whoa.
Oh, here we go.
It's not very secret.
I said you're ready to see the Harrison Bennett secret handshake?
Yes!
I'm so ready for this.
Oh boy, I'm intrigued. We could see some footwork in there, some spuds, some thumb action. Wow, the agility.
The squats, deep squats.
Oh. Oh.
A thumb war, butterfly slap spin.
Whoa, you really know your handshake lingo.
Now some real business. Ring Crew Express. Get your asses out here now.
So we've seen the dance moves in Synergy, we've seen an entrance in Synergy, and now we've seen a secret handshake that may change the course of professional wrestling as we know it.
It just might.
That could only spell disaster for the Ring Crew Express. The numbers don't lie. Do you and TK Cooper have a secret handshake, or is that too secret for us to know about?
We do have a secret handshake. In fact, we do at most entrances, so I don't know if that counts as a secret. But it's the Ric Flair pat, and then you grab him in the armpit.
Yeah, again, another good knowledge of handshake lingo.
Made that up in the lockdown. Times were that me and Elijah used to come out to this music under the guidance of that handsome, tall devil.
We saw Alex Vaughan and Big Curt Atlas join Eddie Dennis at Bad Blood, which took everybody by surprise. Again, I know you're not a man to peddle gossip, Mambo, but the word on the street has always been that there's something with Elijah and Eddie Dennis. Obviously, they've been aligned in the past.
Yeah. We were all in Nothing to Prove together in like 2018 or 19 or something. Didn't really go Elijah's way, didn't go anyone's way. We lost hard at the Missile Tour.
And what is it like being under the tutelage, in the learning tree of Eddie Dennis?
I'm not going to lie to you, you feel pretty important. And in some ways you feel pretty cared for. But at the end of the day, it really was all about Eddie Dennis.
I think that feels like that's the theory for this incarnation to Nothing to Prove. It always feels like when the spotlight in Attack Pro Wrestling shifts away from Eddie Dennis, this sort of thing starts happening. He starts assembling an army to get the spotlight back on him.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair analysis indeed. On the other hand, if you're a new talent, at Attack Pro Wrestling, there's a lot worse learning trees you could be under than an original like Eddie Dennis.
Absolutely, Eddie Dennis, one of the best minds in professional wrestling.
Undoubtedly. But a very selfish one. Oh.
Big drop kick by
Oh,
could
look
be
at that
over
pin.
quick.
Nice.
It's not been the best night for Eddie Dennis so far, with a well-fought loss to Big Damo.
How strong was that 7 bridge he did off the second?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I was popping in the back.
So I think there might be some added pressure here, do you think, on Curt Atlas and Alex Vaughan to get the win here? If you've got experience of being under Eddie's leadership, what's he going to be expecting of you here?
Oh, yeah, it is a different bag of fish. What's the phrase?
Yeah, it's a very different bag of fish.
It's a really different bag of kettled fish. To be under his brand, and B, to then have him ringside constantly shouting in your ear, because it is good advice and it is wise, but it is kind of distracting when you're trying to do your own thing. So it's a lot to keep up with, I think.
We're going to be really seeing, like, we've got the mental strength, the strategic capacity of the Ring Crew Express here, which I'm sure is going to be one of their reasons for aligning with Eddie Dennis. And Alex and Curt, they've been incredibly impressive in Attack Pro Wrestling without Eddie Dennis's leadership.
This is true.
Curt Atlas is a monster.
That's a big man.
Ironclad Curt Atlas. Absolute bulldozer.
I mean, Elijah is lean, but he's no small dude. But he looks pretty small next to that boy.
Elijah just does it. His movement around the ring is just so flawless.
Oh, it's so creative as well.
Look at that. It's like smooth as silk.
What a dynamite crowd we have here in the circuit tonight.
Elijah even gets sent over the top rope majestically.
He does. What a springboard.
What a springboard.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Picture perfect. Pinpoint. Curt Atlas kicking out at 2. And now Eddie Dennis. I wouldn't mess with Harrison Bennett. He just looks like Harrison Bennett will just wring your jaw before you know what's going on. Speaking of getting your jaw wrung, behind referee Oscar Harding's back, Alex Vaughan is just snuck in the ring and given Curt Atlas the advantage here.
God damn. Gotta wonder if it might have been different if Harrison Bennett would have been on the tag rope. So maybe Eddie's plan did work out there.
As we said, not many people can contend with the mind of Eddie Dennis.
Oh, he's cerebral.
Cerebral street smarts of Eddie Dennis. And a cerebral back suplex from Alex Vaughan. Alex Vaughan with the cover. Alex was so impressive. Again, this is a competitor who, with Eddie Dennis's leadership, it could really just take him to the next level.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Fast track him to the top of Attack Pro Wrestling.
I mean, with Eddie's leadership, and if they could get a win over
Harlasia.
I mean, you got to think they'd be in strong contention for that tournament on September 7th, right? If they do well in there, they're climbing up the rankings of Attack. Oh, but that's not the kind of mistake you can afford to make on September 7th, or ever in a tag match, to let him get that close.
Just got him in the nick of time. And again, we've always been impressed by Alex Vaughan and Curt Atlas, but I've got a feeling they're moving with more confidence here.
This is true, yeah. I think that's got to come from the confidence being instilled from the Eddie Dennis School of Wrestling.
Oof. Elijah just sent into the corner. Nice quick tags, Alex. Well, look at Alex Vaughan there, taking Harrison.
That son of a gun.
Off of the. Oh, here we go.
You're right. You shouldn't mess with Harrison Bennett. He's having none of it.
Yeah, he'll kick your ass.
That didn't go his way at all.
And maybe Harrison Bennett just needs to keep a lid on it a little bit.
It did go his way in the end, though. The distraction did not help. He's not looking riled up.
Alex Vaughan as well. He not a kid to be messed with either.
No, that's a tough guy right there.
All four of these fellas, hard as nails.
Oh, he's throwing the ref away. He's throwing the ref away.
Oh, what a kick that is. Elijah in a little bit of trouble. Someone just still with that elbow into the throat of Elijah.
Yeesh. That's the kind of aggression you need on these pins.
And I think what you said earlier, Mambo, about the cerebralness of Eddie Dennis really clearly rubbing off on Curt Atlas and Alex Vaughan here.
No doubt about it. Eddie's judo background gives him a dynamite understanding of the joint manipulation in a pin. I remember training with him, and he'd bar across your jaw so that your shoulders were stuck down. Then use a hand or a leg on the other one, and you can see that rubbing off on these guys. They're manipulating the whole body down. No lazy pins.
Great spot. We saw that from Alex Vaughan just then. And good God. A pinpoint punch to the jaw.
Oh, and this circuit crowd getting behind smooth and sexy Elijah.
Just see Harrison Bennett just getting more and more aggy on the apron. Like he's going to burst at any point.
Oh boy, he's normally a
there you go.
I tell you what, though,
no.
Alex Vaughan didn't play into. Oh well, no, I guess it was enough of a distraction.
Just enough of a distraction.
Yeah, through the legs. Oh my gosh, he's so close. Oh, but Alex, he made it.
Here comes Harrison Bennett. Whoa, what a drop
explosion you were talking about.
And it's starting to cook now.
Oh, trip into the corner. What are we looking at here? Over him. Oh, stiff kicks for everybody. Smooth win. Woo! Right in the mush.
What fire this? Oh, takes the big man out with a spinning clothesline. Oh,
and the Spinebuster! Oh, yes, baby. Oh, hell yeah.
That got a lot of love.
What a house of fire.
Position.
Spinebuster is a cool move, and Harrison is a cool wrestler. This is the kind of stuff you like to see. Elijah back in. They could live to regret this. Oh, but a stiff strike. On another stiff strike. Flying Enziguri. Oh, Elijah's got the cool suplexes. Oh!
Oh. Curt Atlas just getting in there in the nick of time.
Yeah, picture perfect timing there by Curt Atlas.
This whole thing came unglued when Harrison Bennett came into the picture.
Yeah, that was a big shift in momentum. And even after getting his ass pretty kicked, Elijah is looking in a different way. Oh, what are we going to see here? Oh, no.
Harrison Bennett's so impressive in his last few outings in.
Oh, and Eddie's getting in between them. What's this?
Here we go. Well, here we go. There's been that speculation on what the deal is with Eddie Dennis and Elijah.
What's going on here? Alex Vaughan.
Oh, God! Oh. Alex Vaughan over-exuberance there with the diving suicide dive.
Did he miss or did Eddie push Elijah out the way?
What on earth happened, boy? Whatever happened there, it was
was
bad
that?
news.
I think Boyd's asking the same question. Did Eddie just take a bullet for him? Oh, but then back in.
That
Oh, and a decisive victory.
huge.
If there was any doubt before, they are definitely on the same page and a force to be reckoned with. Heading in.
The night just seems to be getting worse for Eddie Dennis and pals.
Indeed. What was that? I'm not sure. I really don't know if Alex Vaughan messed up or if Eddie
Well, maybe Eddie
sacrificed himself there.
inserting himself a little too actively into the contest.
Tell you what, Alex Vaughan's going to be in the doghouse. There's going to be a rough,
if you can see him, you can just see in front of us now, Eddie Dennis.
a rough debrief for him. I got no doubt.
I think you know what's going to be coming for those lads, so I don't think it's going to be anything good.
There's talk about Elijah's feelings for Eddie, but maybe we need to think about Eddie's feelings for Elijah. It's not Harrison. It's not bothering Harrison though. Sounds like Elijah. Secure. Elijah sounds like a lovely hippie restaurant at a festival.
Oh
where
yeah,
you could get chai.
which does really competitively priced food.
That would be nice.
Really delicious.
Yeah, delicious and affordable.
Lovely stuff
These
from
boys are on the
Elijah.
same page. You love to see it. Great
What-
tag team wrestling.
September 7th is going to be big for these two, and their aspirations to be tag team champions.
Whoa, speaking of tag teams, I'm going to hand you over now to one of the absolute best at combat doubles.
Well, look who's
My
returned.
best friend, who was here to cheer me on for the wrestling match I was in earlier, which is awesome. And his name is TK Cooper.
A man who we haven't seen at Attack Pro Wrestling or heard of for such a while.
Oh my
Welcome
gosh.
back to Attack Pro Wrestling, TK
Oh,
Cooper.
What a pleasure this is. I just came here to watch the ladder match, and now I get to be on commentary. Can you believe that?
I mean,
What a treat.
what were your thoughts on the ladder match quickly before we're about to see something completely and utterly
Well,
mad?
I knew Mambo had it in hand. That's why I didn't come ringside. I was waiting backstage with a couple of sunrises. What I didn't know was Josh Holly was going to rush past me and go roll at Mambo immediately. So I can't believe how upset.
The numbers game unfortunately coming into play. But-
Speaking of upset, though, what is going on here, Sean?
So we've got Jimbo and Jimbob McKane, the Weedwhackers, who are about to embark in a Barnyard Brawl match with Father and Sunflower, old Poppa Sunflower and Sonny the Sunflower.
Right. I mean, I'm not being rude here, but like, can you smell? I don't know what. But can you smell? There's like something odd. I don't know if it's them, but there's like a weird waft in the room right now.
There is a real farmyardy vibe, both visually and also nasally, in the room. The sense
It's become suddenly very petting zoo-ish.
it has, and not in a pleasant way. It's Jimbob and Jimbo McKane looking to get one over on Sonny the Sunflower and old Poppa Sunflower. The sunflowers that used to grow on their farm in Council Bluffs, Iowa. They're cash cows. Wrestlers would flock all over to wrestle the great wrestling sunflowers until they escaped to Cardiff. And it's all come to a head now in a Barnyard Brawl in Circuit Cardiff.
There's no better place than, thank God it's not Winterslam 6, than right here to settle the score.
To settle a fight between farmers and sunflowers. And here they are.
Both very heavily influenced by strictly just Devon Dudley.
What does that suggest for the old Sonny the Sunflower, old Poppa Sunflower, because old Poppa Sunflower kidnapped
Long
by
since
the
recovered,
Weedwhackers.
since the days of Connor Mills breaking his collarbone, his arm even, but throwing hands here.
There we go, and this is now turned into a fight. There is going to be aggression here. I mean, Sonny the Sunflower's been through a lot for such a young
Little Dusty
sunflower.
Joe
Big double clothesline.
could be looking for a little hoedown, throwdown.
And if you're asking the question, what are the rules of a Barnyard Brawl? The answer is there are no rules. Barnyard items are legal, and I think we might
All Barnyard items are legal. What on earth?
Oh wait, hang on a second. There's the fragments of the table that we saw earlier, which we saw Larry the Caddy crash through. May he rest in peace.
Of course, yeah. Won't be seeing him for a while.
And now...
Oh, and now Jimbo and or Jimbob taking liberties here with old Poppa Sunflower up against the guardrail.
So Jimbo, the one with the sort of the short hair and the lamb chops. Jimbob, the beard, the one with the braids.
A little malfunction at the junction.
But hairstyles aside, Sonny the
off the
Sunflower.
top.
Could see a flying flower here. Oh God!
Like a dandelion through the air. Sonny the Sunflower.
Falling with style onto the Weedwhackers. Some flower power from Sonny the Sunflower. And what's in the bag?
Could be thumbtacks, could be Barnyard thumbtacks. Drawing pins, if you will. From the Barnyard bulletin board. Oh, they've got the rakes.
Little rakes. Jeez, what are we about to see here? As we say, we know that this runs deep, and they're just about to just bury those rakes into the skulls of the Weedwhackers. Oh! A literal back rake.
An unbelievable, iconically accurate back rake. Anatomically, I'm sorry.
And these sunflowers are starting to cook. Oh!
A little double tumbleweed.
I think this is going to be about, what is this?
Oh no, it's a potato!
Potato. An uncooked potato. Oh, and now the potatoes are on the potatoes.
Sonny just throwing potatoes all around the ring.
Yeah, he's potato Jimbob McKane. And Jimbo.
Got him right in the potatoes. Sonny once again going up top.
Good God, nice double team offense from the Sunflowers.
Barnyard could be over.
Jimbob now gets caught in the side of the head. And now Jimbob McKane is just getting his lunch served up to him here by these Sunflowers.
Oh, but the Sunflowers came prepared. What have they got next?
Oh, it's a flower pot. What's been poured out into the ring here?
Those aren't little cacti, are they?
Is that mini pots?
No, it's even more dangerous. Those are just mini pots.
That plastic could split. It could be sharp. Could drive.
There's
into
all
the
sorts of
flesh.
jagged edges in there. Looking for neck breaker splash combo again.
TK Cooper is one of the continent's most accomplished tag team wrestlers. What would be your strategy in a Barnyard Brawl?
Oh my God.
Oh! Probably avoiding getting slammed on the baby
The last thing I'd want to do would be taking a slam like that on.
Is that a hose pipe?
You're joking.
And Sonny the Sunflower was getting
This could be
decapitated with a hose pipe.
But Sonny showing a little bit of that golden hour bravery right there.
And now that rake straight into the stem of Sonny the Sunflower. And Jimbob straight into the petals of old Poppa Sunflower.
Old Poppa's wilting out the back there.
Oh, and that is not good. Into the pollen area of Sonny the Sunflower.
And if you know Sonny the Sunflower, you know how vulnerable his pollen area is.
The pollen area, one of the most sensitive areas of a sunflower. Larger than most flowers in radius. And now
bumblebees, take your get your fill. I can't remember the last time I saw a steel chair in a Barnyard, but
no, I think this might be to referee Stu's discretion here of whether he deems the steel chairs as a Barnyard object. Maybe for sitting on when filling the milk pail, perhaps.
Yeah, that's what I would do. That's how I would use it personally.
Traditionally I'd use a wooden stool, but that's by the by here. And again, now the hose pipe being brought into play. Oh, just Look at this. This is nice stuff from Sonny the Sunflower.
Great job, Sonny.
Excellent use of the hose pipe.
I'm supposed to be impartial, but I can't help it.
Oh, and a big slap again, sending those petals flying. And now a slap to Jimbo McKane.
Sonny with those potatoes once again. But the numbers game catching up on him here.
God, look at Jimbo McKane. He really is laying that in with some velocity. Not a lot of love for Council Bluff, Iowa natives
not a lot
here.
of fans. Not a lot of fans out here in Attack Pro for the McKane brothers here.
This kind of crazed look in Jimbo McKane. What is he even saying? Do you think
What are they
that?
thinking?
Just kind of spoken farmer, and I didn't really understand. And I'm a West Country man. What? Oh, Jesus!
Come on,
Holy
come on
right.
now.
Come on, let's have a bit
Come
of
on.
humanity here.
It's a barnyard brawl, fair enough, but when is too far, too far.
Yeah, we don't want to be seeing pruning happening in the centre of the ring.
We talked about how vulnerable the pollen
not
area
the
was.
petals.
We talked about how vulnerable the pollen area, but not the petals.
He's pruning
The petals, Sean, the petals.
He's pruning that sunflower in the middle of the ring. That's got to
This
be
is
it.
it.
The agony. Jesus.
Can we get a medic out here?
Mate, you need to. I think Stu might have to hold up the X. That is one.
Can we get a botanist? This man is sick. He's depraved.
Alan Titchmarsh spinning in his grave at what we've seen. Although I don't think he's dead. Wait, hang on, what have we got here? The actual weed whacker.
Is that
An actual weed. The weed whackers have brought in a weed whacker.
have a weed whacker?
Does that need main supply?
Is that battery powered?
Or are we going to see? Oh my God! Are they going to take
no,
the legs?
come
They're going to
on.
take the roots off of
Come
Sonny the
on.
Sunflower. This is inhumane. Surely that isn't live. The old Poppa Sunflower needs to stop the further dismemberment of his son here.
Come on, old Poppa Sunflower.
No way! No way! Oh, and now here comes finally old Poppa Sunflower to the rescue. Not a moment too soon. And now the squealing
He's
is
germinating. He's germinating.
germinating. This is what we're going to see. Photosynthesis kicking in. Oh, God! Oh!
Twist of hay. Twist of hay.
And the McKane brothers are in a whole world of trouble. There's another flower. Wait, oh, hang on, what's happening
He's
here?
put it on like a helmet. Upside down flower pot man.
And now here comes old Poppa Sunflower.
Bill and Ben, eat your heart out.
I can safely say I've never seen anything like this Barnyard Brawl.
Never.
We are
in my years of wrestling have I ever seen a barnyard match like this.
We are in uncharted waters here, and I can't believe what I'm going to see next. And now the McCanes, huge! The daisy cutter. Oh! Oh, and I think that would have been it if Jimbob McKane hadn't have flown to the rescue.
If Sonny had just leapt on top of Jimbo there and held him in place, perhaps that could have been the end. Perhaps we could have seen the arms raised of the Sunflowers.
Fans in circuit lapping up this Barnyard Brawl. There is absolute carnage everywhere. Still reeling. Look at that. Look at the severed petal of Sonny the Sunflower.
And still, with the intestinal fortitude. Oh my God.
Continue to mount an offense here.
This could be the plant the seed.
And now these farmers are starting to get visceral. Oh God, are we going to see a tombstone here? Not on a chair.
You want to talk about planting the seed?
Oh!
Don't have to water this one.
Oh!
Father and Sunflower stay alive here.
But just barely. How much more? Wait, hang on, what's happened here?
Hold on. What's this?
We've got some problems here.
I think there might be something wrong here with Sonny the Sunflower.
He tried everything he could. But I think
that the chair, the tombstone on the chair there, I think that Poppa.
The tombstone of the chair, in addition with the amputation of the petal.
It was all just too much, you know. It's a culmination of
It's just a young flower. We've seen him grow from seedling at Attack Pro Wrestling, and have we just seen the last of Sonny the Sunflower?
All the way from the pod sachet.
And now we're just seeing his father getting dismembered in the middle of the ring. A man who only came to Attack Pro Wrestling to provide for his family. And now what is this? What's this, pebbles?
Is this just
This
gravel?
is gravel.
Is this just gravel
This
from
is just farm gravel.
From the driveway? What is this?
Oh,
come
for
on,
God's
come
sake,
on, come
gravel.
on.
Dusty gravel on the Attack Pro Wrestling canvas.
You've proved your point. He's looking for that twist of hay. Could be a double
one. Oh no! Manages to survive, landing on the gravel. Big boot.
Blue Thunder Bomb!
Thunder Bomb! Wait, I don't even think that's gravel. That's horse feces.
No, yeah, that's wafted.
I've just smelled that. That's not gravel.
Oh,
There is an inordinate amount of feces in the ring.
God. I think
That was the blue Thunder Bomb. That was a poo Thunder Bomb.
a poo thunder. I can't believe they just did that.
Horse feces, the desecration of the Attack Pro Wrestling canvas with fecal matter by these farmers.
You're joking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to call this.
With Sonny taken out, it looks to me
God almighty, that
like
stinks.
your bloodline ends here.
What? I don't know what he said. I don't know.
I'm trying.
Jimbo! Get the weed killer.
I mean, the smell in here is enough to make anything wilt.
That weed killer and do it now!
As old Poppa Sunflower writhing in pain in the horse feces, and now Jimbo McKane has weed killer.
He's drinking it. The freak. You freak.
Any last words?
No, don't. Oh.
Are we about to see the end?
This is your chance.
Oh my God! They're gonna blow his brains out with weed killer. This is beyond anything.
You just signed your death wish.
Oh my God. They're going to kill old Poppa Sunflower.
I want to hear you squeal. I think you're forgetting something. I got more than one kid.
Wait, what the hell?
What?
Well, we know old Poppa Sunflower's fertile. But look at this! It's
The oldest line. The oldest line, the longest line, old Poppa Sunflower. He's got seeds in different farms.
And that spells bad news for the Weedwhackers. And here's Sonny the Sunflower.
Acknowledge them, Sean. This may very well be the greatest bloodline in all of professional wrestling today.
The Sunflower bloodline has arrived. And it's strong. And it's going to spell the end for the Weedwhackers, who take the weed killer to the face.
He's looking to plant the seed.
And that's it, surely. Oh, done it!
The room absolutely stinks. but the room has absolutely come alive for the Sunflower family.
It's sensory overload in circuit. Bad smells and jubilation fill the air as the Sunflowers are victorious in wrestling's first ever Barnyard Brawl. And of course, it can only happen in Attack Pro Wrestling.
If I hadn't seen it for myself, I wouldn't have believed it. What a semi-main event that was.
Oh, no, don't paddle in the horse feces.
Well, thank you so much. Sorry. I'm trying to do the nice thing. Thank you.
We're struggling here. Eyes are streaming with the scent. And now it's referee Stu going to be on hand to have to sweep up the mess.
Is he just picking it up by hand as well, is he?
Well, hasn't old Poppa been very busy?
Well, Rain's doing well to call it all the way through.
Wait, is Stu going to rake up the horse muck? Oh, this is I feel like this is above the ring crew's pay grade.
Bless the crew, bless the crew.
Well, we are back in Winterslam.
There's only so many hot dogs and handshakes you can get paid to do this.
The pre-sale tickets are available now with the code HOTTAG, all in capital letters. Make sure you get those tickets on Ringside World ASAP. We have also got our sister company, South Wales Wrestling, doing a show on the 15th of August. Family friendly, so bring all your family along to that show in Port Albert. Now guys, we have only got one more match for you. So are you ready for your main event of the evening? That ain't loud enough. It's Saturday night in circuit, and we have got one last match for you. So I said, are you ready for your main event?
Well, as we process what we've just seen
Let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time.
in the Barnyard Brawl,
Are you ready for your main event? Right, guys, I feel we're about ready, so let's bring out our competitors.
this is going to be next level, and we thought we've seen things that have been personal to like TK Cooper. It doesn't get more personal than Nico, Angelo and Jay Joshua.
I was there in the crowd when Nico made his return.
And it was a emotional overload for everybody. We thought Nico Angelo was gone from Attack Pro Wrestling. He returned and managed to secure the gold. But Jay Joshua, his one-time best friend, felt like that he didn't get the gratitude that he deserved from Nico. And that is what has led us to this moment in the main event.
I mean, there's only so many things you can say about the competition between these two.
Wait, hang on a second.
What I was going to say is, like Jay Joshua says, say less, but I mean, Jay Joshua's literally saying less. He's letting his actions speak for him right here. I can't pretend to say that this is the right thing to do, but I do understand where he's coming from doing this.
Well, Jay Joshua, all he's been talking about is wanting to prove that he's better than Nico Angelo in the ring, in a match, in a contest. Jumping him from behind
proves nothing.
Jay Joshua's entire title reign has been about proving that he deserves to be holding of that championship. And I'd say that he's been doing that, but this seems to just go against that 100%.
What have you proven here? What have you proven here, JJ?
Well, we've got to be checking on Nico Angelo.
He's got no friends. He's got no fans by the sounds of things. There's change of heart from Jay Joshua.
And now there seems to be plunder being brought into the ring. And now Nico, with his knee wrapped around the ring post.
Oh, there's no need for this.
Nico Angelo hasn't even had a chance to fight back. Oh, you got to have a question mark here over whether this main event is going to take place.
I mean, we can't not have a main event, but JJ, what are you doing?
What is he doing here? Like, oh, he's got. Oh, this is a sadistic thing.
Oh,
chair shot.
Come on.
He's got literally must have been thinking about this all night, because there's no way you're just doing this stuff on the fly.
Yeah, this is unbelievably premeditated here.
And now here comes Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews.
I don't think Jay
Couple
Joshua.
of the crews sheepishly coming out, as you would. Look at the state. Look at the state of affairs here.
Well, yeah, with Jay Joshua swinging chairs. Jay Joshua had no intention of fighting Nico Andrews. Is my general grasp on this.
What are we doing here? Who have we got in the back? Mambo, Elijah.
I mean, you haven't wrestled tonight.
True. Yeah, I mean,
you gonna step up here?
I'm just.
Pop them mini cheddars down.
I'm in my John Cena cosplay here. I'm in my jorts.
I think Mark would punch him out if he was cleared, or maybe he's going to fight Jay Joshua here.
You do not make the rules around here, mate. You knew that Nico Angelo wasn't 100% going to tonight. You knew it. He begged me to do this main event. He begged me back there, and I didn't want to put him in this match because he knew he was injured. He knew it wasn't safe.
Come on, Mark. You can't put yourself in harm's way.
If you think for 1 second that you are not defending that championship tonight, you've got another thing coming, mate.
Well, here we go then.
Because I knew that Nico wasn't 100%, I needed an insurance plan. I needed...
Sit down, Sean. Sit down. Do your buttons back up.
I found a man who would step up to any situation. Actually, you know what? I found an animal who would step up to any situation.
Oh, come on.
Hey, here we go.
No.
Well, look who's back. Look who's returned to Attack Pro Wrestling. The former Attack Pro Wrestling champion, the Wild Boar.
Hasn't been seen since Christmas, since Nico dethroned him, but coming back to a raucous reception here.
And I think Jay Joshua is going to be ruining his mistake here, because now he's coming face to face with one of the most dominant Attack Pro Wrestling champions in the company's history. But you want to prove yourself, Jay Joshua.
Yeah, you want to prove you're better than Nico Angelo. Who better to do it against than the Wild Boar, Mike Hitchman?
I think Jay Joshua came to circuit in Cardiff with a master plan here. I think he thought he was smarter than everybody else. We'd heard rumours of Nico Angelo's knee injury. I know that he's been working hard as anything to make the main event. I think he wasn't going to be 100%, but Nico Angelo, he's always going to fight. And I think that plan is backfired now for Jay Joshua.
Massively.
You can see it on his face. Title on the line as well, man. Oh, Jay, nightmare.
From Liner, South Wales, who is the Wild Boar, Mike Hitchman!
We're all athletes, but we all have certain game plans for certain matches, and there's no way the champ planned for Wild Boar tonight.
Sicker than your average, and you're reigning and
So I think Jay needs to reset his mindset, find a game plan pretty fast. 'Cause he's looking frustrated. Needs to get his head in the game pronto. And I think he's thinking that that might be the last time.
He could be in trouble here, I think is what he's thinking.
And I think Wild Boar's looking at that championship.
Of all the opponents in all the towns, this is not the place for Jay Joshua to not know he's going up against Wild Boar Mike Hitchman.
But again, for Jay Joshua to have a chance here, his head needs to be up, chin needs to be up. And he needs to just
He needs to
accept
lock
the
in now.
situation.
He has to lock in.
Otherwise it's going to be game over. And Jay Joshua's legacy as a Attack Pro Wrestling champion is in jeopardy here, because if he gets bulldozed by the Wild Boar because he's unprepared and his head's not in the game.
I mean, you saw him try to take Boar early, but Boar was ready for it. I mean, like, Boar's obviously in the back of his mind being ready on the off chance that Nico wasn't ready, but Jay was under the impression that if Nico wasn't ready, he was going home. He was having a free pass
He
tonight.
thought the night was going to be over. And Wild Boar, with the veteran that he is, always ready. And now just biting Jay Joshua, and a big clothesline, sending the big man down.
All business here.
Oh, and another huge scoop slam by Wild Boar. A huge senton splash.
You can just see the way Wild Boar does everything that he does with that little extra bit of velocity, a little extra bit of venom. He's ready to become a multi-time Attack Pro Wrestling champion here tonight.
Oh, and then Jay Joshua went for a senton splash of his own.
You can tell. The champ's trying to play mind games, and that's just not his game here.
Covered by Wild Boar, only gets a 1 count.
That desperate need to prove that he's better than Nico Angelo. To go tit for tat here with Wild Boar, and it's just not working out in his favor whatsoever.
TK, I'm sure you've been in situations where you've had surprise opponents, late last minute changes. What do you do when you're Jay Joshua right now?
It's the nature of the beast. You just have to be able to back yourself. You have to know in yourself that what you bring to the game is enough to get you through and out the other side.
With Jay Joshua constantly questioning whether he needs to prove himself, has he got that confidence?
It's that insecurity that I think may be his downfall here tonight. But I hope for his sake that he can channel what got him to the championship, and that's what will get him past Wild Boar tonight. Whether or not he realizes that, well, I guess we'll find out.
Another cover. Kick out from Jay Joshua. There's going to be a lot of sympathy for Jay Joshua if the championship reign does come unstuck here for his actions to Nico Angelo. Big chop from the challenger.
And then what does that mean for Wild Boar if he takes the championship tonight? Where does that put him? Immediately back at the top of the pecking order.
Which is where he'd like to be, is where he's been for most of the revival of Attack Pro Wrestling. Wild Boar on top, and it's big problems for everybody.
And then you have to ask the same question of where does that leave Jay Joshua if he doesn't leave with the Attack Pro Wrestling Championship tonight?
I think it could be disastrous, personally.
Chops like that, maybe he doesn't have anything to worry about.
But let's not take too much away from Jay Joshua. He's Attack Pro Wrestling champion 100%. For a reason.
Maybe everybody doesn't necessarily agree with how he's got there or how he's getting it done, but he's getting it done.
And again, when Jay Joshua starts to cook, when he starts being able to string together high-impact offense like this, that's when he starts becoming and proving that he's one of the best.
You can see he's building confidence in himself now.
Yeah, I think this, for Jay Joshua now, I think he's got over the fact that it's Boar, and I think he's finding his feet in this match, starting to string together some offense, feeling a little bit more confident, which is bad news for Wild Boar.
But the fact that Boar won't stay flat there on the ground, the fact that he's still up on all fours, that he's still willing to fight, I think that might frustrate Jay here.
Wild Boar staying on all fours, knowing that means he can get to a vertical base quicker. It means he can just catch Jay with those sorts of strikes.
Jay knows he's in the driver's seat, but the fact that Wild Boar won't go down, I can only assume is going to rile him up just that little bit.
It's going to be disheartening as an opponent, but here we go. This will keep Wild Boar down. Blood rushing to his head. Great stalling suplex from Jay Joshua.
And you can see Wild Boar straight back up to his feet here.
And that is what we've seen with Wild Boar at Attack Pro Wrestling, is resilience. You just can't keep him down.
But I mean, just as much as I say that, Jay Joshua drops him with that forearm, tells him sit down.
Yeah, and now Wild Boar having to take himself to the outside, sort of regain his faculties here.
The champ happy to take the count out victory as well. You know, he thought he was going to have that easy night with Nico. He's not that fussed. A win's a win. A win's a win at the end of the day.
It is real feast or famine for Jay Joshua tonight. Lose the championship, I think his legacy as champion is going to be destroyed. Win tonight against a talent like Wild Boar, got picky out. And now I think that is going to cement Jay Joshua as one of the fine
Oscar might need to check
championships.
Wild Boar after
Yeah,
that
I
one.
think so. I think you might be right there, TK, because that was stiff.
Again, is he after this count? No, he's trying to capitalize now. Okay.
I think he wants to follow up after that strike to the jaw. I think he knows that Wild Boar might be vulnerable by another huge chop.
Can we cut to ringside on the monitor, please? I can't see what's going on.
Another chop from Jay Joshua. Oh, sent into the
Straight
guardrail.
This is another one of those things here where it's kind of at the ref's discretion. He's using the guardrail. Is that illegal? Is that not illegal?
And the ring post as well. We've already seen that come into play for Jay Joshua tonight. Boar moving a little slower.
Fans in attendance here willing Boar back into the ring.
And Jay's just rebuilding stamina.
Oh, he can barely stand.
Oh, God, another huge shot. How many more of those can Wild Boar take? Obviously, Wild Boar, unlike yourself, TK, a man with a normal density skull. It's going to do a lot of damage.
I can't relate. Yeah, I can't relate at all, actually.
And JJ, maybe, you know, we said that he was going to find some confidence in this match, maybe a little overconfident here.
Egging him on. I don't know about this, Jay. You got to capitalize.
Oh, there you go.
I'll just shut up then. Never mind. You know what you're doing. That's why you're the champ.
You've got
That's
a
why you're the
strike like
champ.
that in your back pocket. Dance away.
Yeah, come on, JJ. Give us a gritty. Hit a little Fortnite dance.
The strikes of Jay Joshua, one of the strongest aspects of his arsenal. Those strikes, that spinning back heel kick we've seen him win matches with before. Oh, just lacking class.
Unnecessary.
Real lack of class from the champion. And I think that might have enraged the Boar.
This is what I was saying. You know, we could have been making a mistake here.
And now Boar starting to fire up. Slugging the side of Jay Joshua's head with those right hands, and another big chop to the windpipe.
Jay, you had your chance, you didn't take it. That could be the story. That could be the story on the back end here.
Oxygen flying out of the lungs of Jay Joshua, and he's going to need that in this latter stages of the match.
Oh, and these guys are just throwing.
I think Jay's got a drop here. I think you can just see the legs going.
Yeah, you can see the knees getting weak.
Yeah, he's going to go down, surely. How is he not down? Oh! Where's that come from? Oh!
This could be us.
It's got, oh! I think that was just a burst of adrenaline there that let Boar hit that clothesline and get that cover as he immediately favours the side of his head. Just ate that kick from Jay Joshua.
But just like that, momentum shift. Jay Joshua had Wild Boar right where he wanted him, and he just couldn't capitalize. He chose not to capitalize. Wild Boar could be looking trapper keeper here.
Well, that would definitely be good night for Jay Joshua if he hits that. The story of Wild Boar's championship reign was putting people to bed with that trapper keeper.
Might even be looking Fire Thunder Rikishi driver.
I think either one of those could see a new champion crowned. Oh! And Jay Joshua needed that. 100% needed that. Off the ropes now, flying in. Great strength by Wild Boar and a DDT. Cover.
Is this it?
So close, seeing a new champion in Circuit Cardiff. And that shot to the kidneys. Slowing ball right down.
The champ, at the very least, like what he may have lacked in, like maybe closing, he's shown he's still got that fighting spirit. He's still got that will in him to stay in this.
Where are you seeing this going, TK, in your expert opinion?
To be honest, it honestly keeps it tipping back and forth here. I feel like it's quite 50-50, but I do think Jay keeps making too many mistakes here. He's too worried about.
Oh God!
Again, why do I even bother?
Oh no!
I'll stop being analytical.
Oh my! What a stalling German suplex!
Jay Joshua with some Deadpool Wolverine opening sequence combat there. I don't know. No spoilers if you haven't seen it. I'm not going to say anything else.
But the combat's pretty sweet, and Jay Joshua.
The opening action sequence is unreal. That's all I'll say.
And we're seeing that in the closing stages of this match. I see that in the cinema. In an Attack Pro Wrestling ring, the intense action sequences are happening right at the end. With both these guys going through such physical pain, physical exertion.
And Jay just keeps having that ace in the hole. Every time Wild Boar starts mounting a bit of a comeback, Jay just drops him with one heavy shot.
And that could be what keeps the Attack Pro Wrestling Championship round his waist.
Oh, what are we looking for here? Pile driver?
Oh, wily from Wild Boar. Oh, look at that spinning back kick. Yeah, here we go. Pile driver. I think that's it. Oh, I thought that had to be it. That had to be it. And I think Jay Joshua believes.
How could he not? He literally gave him everything there.
I think he can't believe that Wild Boar kicks out in two.
What else does he have in the locker? That's the true measure of a champion here.
And you can just hear those exclamations from Jay Joshua, frustration.
He can't panic now, he has to think. He has to think, where can he go next?
It's got to be a mental game at this point. You're going to be in pain. Your lungs are going to be killing you. But have you got the mental strength?
Does he escalate? Does he go second rope pile driver? Does he have more moves in the locker? No, we're looking to go top rope here.
I think you might have called this, TK. Oh, he's going to go muscle buster.
Even.
Yes. Well, then Boar. Bite in the ear. And a jumping tornado DDT.
Whatever it takes.
Sending Jay Joshua to the opposite corner.
Oh, you know what? Wild Boar likes to hit at that corner.
Oh, I think Jay might have had it scouted. And again, another huge shout.
But he can't capitalize. He's exhausted, and fair enough.
Not going for the muscle bust, he's going up top. What's he going to be thinking here? Superplex? Hitting that suplex, but
he's got the thumb in the eye.
Thumb in the eye. I think the referee could see it. Giving him the opportunity to hit a huge full forward power bomb.
Jackknife-esque.
And now Jay Joshua trying to seek refuge in the opposite corner. But I think this might be a bad time.
Little corner spear action.
Sending Jay Joshua down to the ground and another. Oh no, he didn't catch him. No, what am I seeing here? Sit out powerbomb. Oh!
The Wild Boar kicks out again. Those animalistic instincts.
Oh, and there's the kick. Oh, and Boar comes back with a clothesline.
Absolute stone. The jaw made of stone. Hits the spear. Reverse cannonball. Kishi driver.
That could be it. But Jay Joshua smartly getting under the ropes, and that's a heartbreaker for Boar.
Sean, what's going on?
Wait, hang on a second.
Sean, what's going on?
Eddie Dennis is back out here. Eddie Dennis is back out here. And I'm I have no idea. I feel like we've seen enough of Eddie Dennis. And Eddie Dennis is holding the one-up heart.
What does that mean, Sean? I don't know what that
means. So the one-up heart, which is what we saw granted to Nico Angelo to win the Attack Pro Wrestling Championship.
Of course.
So is Eddie Dennis.
Eddie Dennis is cashing in this one-up heart.
Surely, no way.
Oh. He's not even dressed to compete. How can?
Yeah, he's in it.
Is this a prank?
Well, this might not have been. I mean, Eddie Dennis's plans and strategies have been unraveling around him all night.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Oh, look at behind!
Express attacking both competitors. And of course, now it's a triple threat. There's no disqualification.
Of course.
Eddie Dennis.
Oscar Harding can't do anything about it.
Why is the sound guy directing Eddie Dennis to the belt?
Why are we helping him? Why are we helping him?
Should be doing everything we can to stop this. Eddie Dennis now with the Attack Pro Wrestling Championship.
I mean, I'm surprised Eddie kept these two guys on the books, considering their performance earlier tonight.
All night we've just seen the night unravel for nothing to prove. And now Eddie Dennis is in an Attack Pro Wrestling Championship match.
I mean, the only thing this is proving is Eddie Dennis isn't actually good enough to beat neither Wild Boar.
Here we go. Here comes Elijah.
Here we go.
And now Elijah making the save, disposing of Curt Atlas and Alex Vaughan.
I mean, there were rumors. I was literally in the locker room earlier today. I heard the rumors.
Come on, Elijah. Do the right thing, man. Do the right thing.
I think Elijah's going to reunite. I think he's
Don't overthink this. Just do it. Wait, what the hell?
No. The secret handshake. The secret handshake.
No way.
Oh, he's laughing. He's laughing. Was it? No, come on.
No, come on. Harrison, man, why?
The secret handshake was for nothing.
Harrison Bennett has just turned his back on Elijah. But is that the whole story? Surely. Oh, and a spear from Boar. And Harrison Bennett with a low blow to Wild Boar.
Harrison leaving Eddie Dennis here to pick the scraps.
No way. Next stop driver. Surely no.
You can count to infinity.
We've got a new Attack Pro Wrestling champion. How has that been the direction of this night?
We said if Jay Joshua beats Wild Boar, we said if Wild Boar beats Jay Joshua, what happens? We had no idea. No idea there could be a third option.
We said tonight, Eddie Dennis has been looking at the big picture at Attack Pro Wrestling. We questioned whether him looking at that big picture was what caused such a disastrous night for nothing to prove. Little did we know, Eddie Dennis had the main plan all along. He was thinking bigger, and now we have a new Attack Pro Wrestling champion, and it's Eddie Dennis.
It's an image all too familiar to Attack Pro Wrestling fans. Nothing to prove, and Eddie Dennis with the Attack Pro Wrestling Championship again.
What does this mean for the future of the Attack Pro Wrestling Championship title scene? What does the future hold for Harrison Bennett?
And what does this mean for Elijah in the tag tournament?
I think that's done. That's happening.
Stupid question, sorry.
The era of secret handshakes is over before it even started.
No, he's not going to, come on, he's not going to sully the secret. Yeah, no, he's not going to, is he? Unbelievable. Uncouth.
No, when I was out here commentating on a Harrison Bennett match with Eddie Dennis sat here, I remember Eddie Dennis talking about how impressed he was by Harrison Bennett. Maybe this was all just in front of our eyes the whole.
It's been hiding in plain sight, hasn't it? It's been hiding in plain sight this whole time.
And what Harrison Bennett, man? Like what?
For what reason?
What reason are you going to gain here? But then, you know, is there any better man to tie a hitch your wagon to than one of the smart, well, obviously quite clearly one of the smartest men in professional wrestling? Because Eddie Dennis's crew have lost 2 matches tonight, and now Eddie Dennis is the Attack Pro Wrestling champion.
Yeah, when does that happen? 0-2 and you leave with the belt.
Who are going to stop this army that Eddie Dennis has constructed in Nothing to Prove in Attack Pro Wrestling? And what does that mean for that man, Jay Joshua? Who looked like that he had Wild Boar beat in what would have been the win of his championship reign.
It's looking like maybe there is a party, maybe they will party hard, but it'll be it's a private party.
Champion. If you've been watching us live, thank you so much for supporting Attack Pro Wrestling. And if you've been watching on Defend on Demand, again, thank you so much for supporting us. What a night this has been. We'll be back on September 7th with a tag team extravaganza. Make sure you join us then. I've been Sean Thorne, it's been TK Cooper.
Thank you very much for having me.
Have a good evening, folks.
All the best.